I totally get the rationale for atheism over theism. In a world dominated by evil, where chaos and randomness seem to have the upper hand most of the time, how could there possibly be an all-loving, all-powerful God at the very top of it all? Totally get it. The standard textbook Christian answer holds that God gave His creatures an intelligence and a free will, but most of His creatures have used that free will to turn away from Him and do their own thing, hence all of this. New question. Nobody has ever asked this before, but I'm about to ask it right now. Here it is. Why would an all-knowing God deliberately program free will in the first place if He had to know, being all-knowing, had to know going in that most of His creatures would use their free will to turn away from Him? Well, I mean, if I had all the power in the universe at my disposal to build an entire race of creatures, and then I had this chip available that if I put it in their brain would program them to do nothing but please me 24/7, it's a no-brainer. Now, before you get annoyed with me for asking a question like that, you have to know I'm not just making this up. I know what I'm talking about. I have had moments, whole entire days, in fact, where it felt like I had that chip in my brain to where I almost couldn't help but to say and do exactly the right thing at exactly the right time for just exactly the right reason. And I absolutely knew every step of the way that I was coming from a very highest place in doing all of that. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to brag, and I'm not trying to make this about me. In fact, that's the whole point. This isn't about me. Many of you, I suspect, could tell me that you've experienced the same thing. That proves that that zone is out there. It's available. And if it's out there and available to be accessed by some of us on occasion, then how come all of us can't just be there all the time? Are you getting this? Can you even imagine the kind of a world this could be if that were the place? If that were the case? Except was clearly in the zone when they cut this track. And this video, for that matter. It is absolutely flawless, top to bottom. It is solid gold perfection. And then we never heard from them again. Ever. But then again, where do you go from there anyway? I mean, once you've made a statement like that, you pretty much said it all. And maybe that's the whole point all along. You know, maybe that zone really is available to all of us, but we have to make the choice to embrace it. But that means that we have to make the choice to surrender our own free will to it. And that can be a tall order for a lot of people. I totally get that too. Yet, I think it's worth it. Anyway, this has been Steve. I want to thank you for watching. And here's hoping that you are able to find the zone more often than not. Just like they did. Steve out.